The UGC's new equity norms have triggered protest and political ripples across the country. So what do these rules really say? Why is it that suddenly we've seen a push from the upper caste groups objecting? And why has this put the ruling government and the party BJP in a rather tight spot, or has it?
Once again in the spotlight. How caste fault line continued to be an influential force in India, shaping its cultural hierarchy, political dynamics and social unrest. Students and upper caste groups are protesting the University Grants Commission's new draft rules on discrimination, calling them biased and dangerous. The regulations seek to overhaul how Indian universities identify, investigate and penalize caste-based bias. The draft defines discrimination broadly, covering explicit acts, implicit bias, structural disadvantage, and harm to dignity. It mandates that every university set up equal opportunity centers and equity panels, complaints committees with powers to investigate and recommend action, equity squads to monitor vulnerable campus spaces, equity ambassadors in hostels and departments, and a 24-hour helpline that can directly connect complainants with the police. While the stated objective is greater inclusion and safety, the framework has triggered sharp resistance from upper caste groups. Protesters argue the rules tilt the system against them. They point to the absence of mandatory general category representation on decision-making panels, the lack of penalties for false or malicious complaints, vague terms such as implicit discrimination, and what they describe as a reversal of the burden of proof. The fear, they say, is of accusations without adequate procedural safeguards.
जो SC, ST, OBC ये वर्ग हैं, ये सब शोषित उसमें दिखाए गए हैं कि इनका शोषण हो रहा है। विद्या के मंदिर में विद्या के आधार पे छात्रों को बांटने का काम कर रहे हैं।
हमारी मांग है इस काले कानून को तुरंत वापस लिया जाए। हमारी मांग ये नहीं है कि इसमें संशोधन किया जाए, इसको वापस लिया जाए।
इससे पहले आपने SC, ST एक्ट लाया, इसका अपग्रेडेड वर्जन एक तरह से, मतलब छात्र अब डर के इस विश्वविद्यालय में पढ़ेगा।
सरकार को सुनना पड़ेगा, PIL लग चुकी है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, हमारा काम चल रहा है और ये तोड़ने का जो नियम है ये गलत है, इसको वापस लेना ही पड़ेगा।
Amid the protest, Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan has sought to reassure critics.
एक बात बहुत विनम्रता से आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं, किसी को उत्पीड़न होने नहीं दिया जाए, कोई भेदभाव नहीं होगा। जो व्यवस्था हुई है भारत की, कुछ भी व्यवस्था हो संविधान की परिधि के अंदर होगा, और ये जो विषय आई है ये तो सुप्रीम कोर्ट की निगरानी में व्यवस्था है।
At the same time, official data suggests the problem the UGC seeks to address is real and growing. Reported cases of caste-based discrimination on campuses have jumped 118% between 2019 and 2024. Complaints rose from 173 to 378, with more than 1,160 cases reported nationwide over the last 5 years. The controversy has now reached the Supreme Court. The plea argues that the draft rules deny grievance redressal and institutional protection to persons belonging to non-SC, ST and OBC categories. Politically, the issue places the BJP in a clear catch-22. If the regulations are implemented in their current form, the party risks alienating upper caste groups that have traditionally backed it. If the rules are diluted or stalled, it risks further antagonizing Dalit and OBC voters, a bloc that showed signs of drifting away from the BJP in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Many within the party would quietly hope the courts take their time, deferring what could become a politically explosive decision. The issue is a political hot potato, with most political parties trying to stay away from the controversy, with a few speaking out.
The UGC, this particular vertical of caste against caste, this is the creation of this BJP government. They have been always pitching one caste against another caste, one religion against another religion. So this is an internal matter. Nevertheless, let all these issues be discussed.
As protests continue on the streets and the legal challenge unfolds in court, the larger question remains unresolved. Can the UGC's push for equity strike a balance between protection and fairness? Or will it deepen social fault lines and politically backfire? Bureau Report, India Today.